Welcome to Carey, Ohio, as the undefeated Carey Blue Devils play host to the feisty 9-2 Colonel Crawford Eagles in our Week 12 playoff matchup of the season, I think, here at Memorial Stadium in Carey, Ohio. So I'm excited. Guys, good evening. Dominic Helmstetter. I've got Zach Dillon over here, and, of course, up on the camera here, we've got Connor Roush.
Yes, sir.
Oh, boy, guys. This is an exciting week of football. Beautiful weather, 70s, might dip down into the 60s a little bit. Breeze, a little wind, and we are parked right in the middle of the stands tonight, Zach. I can't ask for more here as you look out there, and you can see the Carey Blue Devils, the defending state champion Carey Blue Devils, coming out onto the field.
Yeah, you can. I mean, this is an electric atmosphere right now.
Yeah.
As we take a look here.
Here come the champs. Oh, buddy.
We have everybody down on the field. We're right in the middle of the stands, Dom. This is a great atmosphere. We are right on the Colonel Crawford sideline. And, you can't ask for better conditions for a playoff game.
I am pumped. I'm ready to jersey up, Zach, and get out there myself, but I'm afraid I'd bust a hip. So on the other side here, we've got the Colonel Crawford Eagles marching out into the field from the far end zone here. Okay, so tonight's pregame show brought to you by Rogers Flowers. And, of course, got to thank Dr. Joel Consuelo for bringing you all of our playoff action tonight. Rogers Flowers, parked right downtown, Tiffin, Ohio. Make sure you stop by. Check out their full selection. Tuxedos, they've got flowers. They got you covered. Got it all. That's Rogers Flowers. And, again, thank you, Doc Consuelo, for making this broadcast possible. You can hear the fans here in the stands as Colonel Crawford, they played Carey really tough in Week 6, fell 7-3. Ironically, that was the last time that the Carey Blue Devils had a one-score game this season, so it's going to be one heck of a showdown between two tough teams. And if you talk to the coaches, just like we did, and you're going to hear more of those interviews during halftime here, if you talk to the coaches, you're going to hear them say it's got to be control the line of scrimmage. Both sides of the ball control the line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what it's going to be. All right, so Carey, they have not lost in a really long time. In fact, it's been Week 1 since 2021. That was the last time the Carey Blue Devils lost a football game, and that's a really long time ago, if you're just wondering. Blue Devils have reeled off 26 straight contests, 26 straight wins, including 24 double-digit victories, and that's a pretty impressive feat alone, but state champions, just beaten down on every opponent that comes through. But these Colonel Crawford Eagles, they push back. And, Zach, I think that's the thing I'm really excited about tonight here, because Carey, #1 rushing team in the Northern 10, but guess who's #2?
I'm going to guess Colonel Crawford
You guessed right here. You must be Houdini or something, because it's almost like I never saw it coming. But I think everybody here at the football field, at the dime, here for the playoff action at Memorial Field, I think they saw this coming. I mean, we've got student section. They're hopping. They're happening. They're ready to roll. We've got the marching band here. This is just a phenomenal night for some football.
Yeah, it is. Two great teams. This is going to be a contest. Earlier in the season, I think you mentioned it, Carey's only victory that wasn't, I want to say, game, that wasn't a win by double digits, Colonel Crawford earlier this year.
It's also the only game in the last 2 years that they scored single digits themselves. I mean, you got to look at what that man right there has done. The Carey head coach, I mean, what a phenomenal run that they've had here. And exciting stuff. I'd like to thank our Rogers Jewelers, of course, but I'd also like to thank Carey Mexican Restaurant for our keys of the game, and Zach's going to give those keys here in a moment. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Klaus Electric, UIS Insurance, First National Bank of Sycamore, MST Sauce Company, Phillips Electric for keeping us up to date with the weather, Rogers Flowers, Fiesel's Frame and Collision, Bench Warmers, and Happy Days Nutrition. As you see the kickoff right there, And Colonel Crawford corrals the Blue Devils right around the 12-yard line.
What a way to set the tone early there, Dom. A great special teams play. And that comes from really filling the gaps, being disciplined in your run lane, and getting to the ball carrier.
No question. And it was both coaches, they mentioned special teams. Who can have the better night on special teams? That's something that they're keying in on, in addition to the run game on both sides. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The game you've been waiting for, and it's all here on Heart of Ohio Sports. All right, so Carey gets it first, and it's going to be Rickle. Takes it off to the left side, tackled after a nice little gain there. Rickle, of course, man, he is a do-it-all kind of guy, Zach. He rushes it, he throws it, he's on special teams. I mean, the senior stud is just, how can you ask for more here if you're the head coach?
Well, exactly. I mean, the leadership he has on this team is phenomenal. Like you said, he's a leader on both sides of the ball, special teams too. And, I mean, this is a guy that really is going to control the flow of this game.
All right, here we go. Handoff. And it's going to be number 16, Austin Niederkor with the carry. First down, Blue Devils. And I think you're going to see a heavy dose of those names tonight, Zach. You've got Niederkor. He likes to rush that football quite a bit. Of course, Rickle, he does it as well. And then they've got this true freshman stud, Eli Steen, who can be pretty feisty himself.
Yeah, and he's going to be a threat here in these next 4 years for Carey. He's already one of their best running backs, best ball carriers, so that's going to be an exciting future for him.
And here we go. Rickle looking to pass the ball, going deep. Watch the top here. Got a man open. Intercepted. It is intercepted. You can hear those fans going crazy. Intercepted by the Colonel Crawford defense. Ooh, Trevor Vogt. Man, check that out, Zach.
Yeah, let's take a look at the replay here. Vogt, you see the safety coming back up over the top. Just reads the ball perfectly. You can see the wind here outside for the first time.
It's like we are down on the sidelines helping them with the game.
We basically are we not? I mean,
we're not that far.
That way, no.
Yeah. Connor's standing next to the coaches literally, and we're down here. I mean, we're not too far. So here we go, and it's going to be Lohr who takes it off to the right side and gets the Eagles offense started tonight. Man, what a start. Zach, we were talking on the way in, and you were like, man, I'm interested to see who gets the coin toss. And Carey, they won it. They got it. And you're like, man, I think whoever can score first, they got an upper hand. And Carey got the first shot, but they tossed that costly pick.
Exactly.
All right. Woof, there you go. Clenard putting on a clinic with that big burst through the middle. First down, Eagles.
And exactly as we were just talking about, both of these teams are first half teams. And I don't know if that's because that's just how they come out. They like to start it early, or if they haven't had to do much in the second half this year. I mean, both teams normally get out to a lead and kind of put in cruise control.
I mean, that's a great point here. I mean, if you look at both sides, they're going to put up about 30 points in the first half of play. But last time, you saw the opposite. It was a defensive showdown. So here we go. It's going to be Lohr off to the right side here. Powers his way forward. Across midfield up to the 45. That's going to be second and manageable for this Eagles offense.
Bit of a high snap there, corralled by Cam Lohr. And we've seen this play a couple times. It's just designed run for the quarterback, kind of quarterback power.
And when we saw this Eagles offense earlier this season against Seneca East Tigers, it was Lohr leading the charge, running, throwing all over the place as they put up huge numbers, 50 plus. And here it is, Lohr again. He's got space. He's gone. It is number 12, Cameron Lohr. Touchdown, Eagles. I repeat, touchdown, Eagles.
Wow, we were just talking about him. He must have heard his name up here in the booth, Dom.
Oh,
because,
boy.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
What a run. Let's look at it here again. And, man, he makes one cut, and he was gone.
Got to look at those blockers on that one. They paved a path that even I could have run through, Zach. And Cameron Lohr and this Colonel Crawford Eagles offense, they draw first blood tonight. Man, 45-yard TD run. Impressive for this Eagles team. And, I mean, you're talking 2 minutes after picking off the Blue Devils. PAT, it's up, it's good. It's 7-0 at Memorial Stadium in Carey, Ohio. And as you scripted it, Colonel Crawford in the lead.
Just as everybody had imagined. You know, we just talked about it. It was just such a great job, Dom, of setting the tone early.
Yeah.
And I think whatever team can really get out in front of this game is going to win it, because we saw the great special teams kick coverage.
Yep.
We saw some kind of nothing run and then the interception. A 5, 6, 7 play drive here goes for 6. I mean, Dom, you can't ask for a better start from that.
And the interesting thing is they started with running that QB keeper off to the right side with Lohr. They picked up, 3 yards on the first time.
Yep.
And then they kept pounding it down there with Clenard, who really loosened up the defense. And then wouldn't you know it, Lohr springs for a 45-yard touchdown run. Great setup there and great execution. And let's see how their defense responds, knowing they've got this cushy lead. And, of course, 7 points is cushy considering the score last time around.
Yeah, I think last time around, honestly, was a bit of a fluke. These offenses are so good. I think they just I think it was just one of those rivalry games. You know what I mean?
Both teams routinely put up 20 to 40 points every night, and that kick is going to go out of bounds. So Carey's going to start off with some really great field position. And, of course, all eyes on this Eagles defense. They came through in the clutch last drive. Let's see what they do this time. But special teams, Carey, they're liking where they start.
For the first time as a Who's broadcast, we're on the away sideline today. That home press box filled up, so you're going to see the referees make the signals to the opposite side. So we'll try to translate. That was an illegal.
Connor's got a bird's eye view. He's gonna take care of it for us. And it's the Eagles swallowing up the Blue Devils for a loss. Oh my.
I was trying to say illegal procedure, and then it escaped my mind with that great defensive play.
I think Carey would agree with you, but nothing illegal about that. Great defensive stop, and we said it in our pregame here, and it was control the line of scrimmage, both sides. That's what both coaches are queuing in on. So far, advantage Eagles. Here we go. It's going to be 2nd and 11 from 35-yard line for this Carey offense. And it's going to be Rickle up the middle. Picks up a few yards and bring up a big 3rd and long for the Blue Devils. Yeah, with the type of offensive firepower that Carey has, I'm sure being down is new territory for them.
That is. Let me just kind of highlight something here. You'll see in the middle of your screen once we get to that defense. But number 52 for Colonel Crawford.
The big guy.
That's Gabe Thu, 6'2", 210. He's rocking the cowboy collar, and he just made 3 stops in a row.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so let's see what Rickle can do here. Looking to pass, pushed out of the pocket. He's got some pressure and just missed, able to toss it away. He's got a man, juggles it. I think he caught it here. Yeah, it's going to be Matamore. Yeah, Matamo here. Number 6, Jordan Matamo. First down, Blue Devils.
Oh, my goodness.
Looked routine.
What a throw. That's called the scramble drill when you're running around trying to find an open spot when your quarterback is out there scrambling. We'll see here on the replay. Bobbles it, tips it back up to himself. Not 1, but 2 feet.
There you go, Jordan Matamo. Huge 3rd down conversion for the Blue Devils. And they're going to hand it off. Number 32, Landon Kennerly. Right up the middle. Short gain. That'll bring up 2nd and long for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, a little fullback run there, sniffed out early by that defensive line. This Colonel Crawford defense, they're looking good tonight.
Yeah, we saw them against the Tigers. Tigers a pretty good team. They're no Blue Devils, okay, but they put up a fight at least for a little while, but it's the physicality of this Eagles defense, physicality of their offense. It just wore down Seneca East. Let's see what kind of an effect it has here on the state champs. All right, Rickle rolls off to his left. He's going right up the middle, hit hard, taken down around the 45-yard line, bring up 3rd and short for the Blue Devils.
Once again, those senior middle linebackers that they're running. It's Parker Ketteman and Gabe Thu right up the middle, holding sturdy.
And I get the feeling we're going to see a lot of action by those two as they're going to have to fly to the ball all over the place and fill in. I think the success Carey has hitting that 2nd level kind of determined the type of rushing success they're going to have tonight. That's
a great point, Dom.
All right, 3rd and 5 from the 45. Rickle, he tosses it. It's gonna be Niedercore, who's taken down. It looks like he might just be short. It's going to bring up 4th and short for Carey. And no hesitation. It looks like the offense is staying on the field.
It was Thu again. I want to highlight this as we were just talking about it. The key as a linebacker to really sniff out these runs, these inside runs, make plays like that, is to not be touched by that offensive line. So that starts with the defensive line, right? Not letting these offensive linemen, these big guys, get 2nd level. So as a linebacker, you can kind of read everything, let everything unfold in front of you.
Power package, false start. Yeah, you saw that right here. Streaming live, flags on the field. That's going to push back the Blue Devils, and they might need to punt this away after that penalty. Oh, costly penalty.
Let me tell you, I got so excited I just blurted it out. Yeah, that was a false start there by the fullback. We saw it. We had a great view. Thanks, Connor, up in the crow's nest.
That's right.
What we're gonna call that thing? Connor?
It's all in the details up there, isn't it, Connor? All right, Carey and Rickle kicks it away, and let's see where it bounces as it lands right around the 20-yard line, and we'll get another look at this deadly Eagles offense.
What I really want to see here from Colonel Crawford is to try to build on that first drive. Momentum is a real thing in football when we talk about it. It's just so hard to come back from a team that has just made 2 defensive stops in a row, has put together a great offensive drive for their first one, for their opening drive. If they can put together something here, they really have the momentum to try to keep the defending champs out of this.
Yeah, and Colonel Crawford, they've got a stellar offense, so they can put up some points on you in a hurry. All right, here we go. Let's see what they come up with as Cameron Lohr tosses it out, and he's got Clenard, who's got space. 40, 45, drug down at midfield. First down, Eagles. Oh, my. Matt Clenard with a huge catch and run for this Colonel Crawford offense.
Clenard, their sturdy running back.
Man,
they came out just in a screen.
It was just left alone.
It was a dump to the right, and he went virtually untouched all the way up the sideline.
Yeah, he had a good 15 yards before anybody closed in on him. Not the speediest of runners, but oof.
Don't let him hear.
No. Now he's going to bust a 45-yarder. Just watch. All right, here we go. Lohr, fake it to Clenard. Right up the middle, Lohr lowers that shoulder across midfield, and it's going to be tackled at the 46 by the Blue Devil defense.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a read option or just a designed fake quarterback keeper. Kind of predetermined where that ball's going, but it's a nice little chunk play.
Yeah, and the Eagles, they started off in a similar fashion last time, but from the right side of the line. Now they're hammering away at the left side of this Carey defense. And Clenard on the left side, he's going to take it forward close to the 40-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and short for the Eagles offense. Yeah, Clenard's been he's been looking good there, Zach. Stocky guy. He can hammer away and try to wear down this Blue Devil defense. Been effective so far tonight. 3rd and 2 from the 41. And it's, okay. A little movement there on the line as Lohr, he hands it off to Dyer. And Dyer might have enough. You can see everybody pointing first down. Dyer might have enough for a first down. Let's see where the spot is. It's going to be close. Look at this. They're putting it right around that 41-yard line. I think 4th down's coming up. Oh, my.
Yeah, the ball
Carey.
is on the 41. The to-go marker's on the 41 and a half.
That young Tanner Dyer unable to punch it across. And you know what? No fear as the Eagles are going for it. 4th.
I love this
and
call
a
here
foot.
by Colonel Crawford. Even
Why
if the
not?
coach is on the sideline.
There you go, timeout. Yep, that's going to be a timeout there. And, of course, every time you've got a timeout, we've got it right here. UIS Insurance and Investments, our timeout sponsor for this playoff game. Zach, what do you think they're going to do?
What do I think they're going to do? I'd imagine they're going for it. I love the call here by Colonel Crawford. You have the momentum.
Yeah.
You're being very aggressive. You're setting that tone early here in the game. And to win versus Carey, which no one's been able to do in the past 2 years.
And you cannot play it safe against the Carey football team. Otherwise, it could come back and bite you in the backside later in the football game.
Exactly. You got to be aggressive. You got to make these gutsy calls here early and often.
This is going to be exciting. This is a huge, huge play, and I'm sure you're going to hear the crowd erupt here in a moment. It's going to be 4th and 1 from the 40-yard line here. You can hear the horns in the back. We're in football country here in Carey, Ohio. We've got 2:15 left in the first quarter, and right now the Eagles have a 7-0 lead over the state champs. And right now they have a great opportunity to keep the drive alive. So here we go. Watch Lohr and Clenard there in the backfield. They've been putting up the yardage so far tonight. And you can see Lohr directing traffic out there. He's going to hand it off. And they're going to be stopped short. Yep. Nowhere to go there for Micah Thomas as the Blue Devils defense drags him to the ground for a loss. And they're going to take over with prime field position.
What great run defense from Carey here. Let's look at it again on the replay. They're going to run a sweep to the left, which is an interesting call. Try to get that 1 yard. You're running horizontal, not vertical. You almost want to see, it's a big defensive line. We understand.
Well, every run play on that drive was to the left side there, and Blue Devils caught on. So here we go, 1st and 10 from the 41. As it's going to be, look at this, Rickles going deep. Oh, just misses Madamo. Of course, Madamo came across with a huge reception during their last drive, unable to reel this in. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Blue Devils.
Jordan Madamo listed 5'10", 145.
Yeah, it's, for Carey, Madamo, he's their big play guy. He averages 28 yards a catch.
Big things come in small packages.
Yeah. So he's the guy that you pop the top on this defense with. All right, it's going to be Rickle passing it or handing it off to Norden. And he'll be drugged down around that line of scrimmage. 3rd and long for Carey. Oh, man.
This is some gritty football we're seeing here.
I mean, this Eagles defense, they have been stingy tonight.
That they have. And so is Carey. I mean, both these teams are really sound, solid defensive football teams. So,
I mean, it's holding up to its billing here tonight, Zach. Two great football teams just showing down, and they beat on each other twice a year this year. So, 3rd and 10. Here we go. Rickle looking to toss it. Oh, nearly picked off again by this Eagles defense. Instead, incomplete. And there it is. Lucas Foy for the Eagles. Huge defensive stop going to force the Blue Devils to punt it away.
Yeah, obviously you want the interception there for the stat sheet, but nice pass breakup for Foy.
All right, and Rickle, one of the N10's leading punters, he can put a little field distance under it as you see that booming kick. Fair catch right around the 20-yard line. And this is where the Eagles picked up last time. They weren't able to do anything with it, but let's see how they respond after another solid defensive stop by the Colonel Crawford defense. Like to thank some of our sponsors here. Carey, Mexican food, phenomenal food. Love that queso. They got a full bar there. They've been sponsoring us all season long, so thank you very much. Carey, Mexican restaurant in downtown, or in Tiffin, Ohio, the mall. And here we go, Lohr, who's going to rush it right up the middle, pick up a solid chunk on first down. Also like to thank Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Klaus Electric, UIS Insurance, and First National Bank of Sycamore. Playoff sponsors here, bringing you live streaming coverage from Memorial Stadium in Carey, Ohio. All right, here we go. Colonel Crawford moving. Another pitch and catch to Clenard. First down for those Eagles. And we saw them run the exact same play for a first down. Last set of downs worked again. First down, Eagles.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, Dom.
Success.
I think that's the philosophy here. Right?
Yeah. Not as many yards, but first down nonetheless, and that's what you're looking for. Extend this drive. We're down to 31 seconds here in the first quarter. Of course, the Eagles have a 7-0 lead over Carey Blue Devils. Oh, that's going to be a false start on the Eagles' O-line. Oof. Not what you wanted there.
Not what you wanted. That's going to be right guard and starting middle linebacker Gabe Thu. We just praised him on defense so much, and
that's going to give him a first and 15.
One of those mental mistakes here.
Yeah, can't have that in playoff football. Well, you even mentioned it, the little things, and the Carey head coach was talking about the little things makes a difference. And you can see how that little thing right there has now led to second and long for the Colonel Crawford offense.
Sure, Dom, and it's not that you can't have it, because mistakes happen every game. No one's ever played a perfect game of football. There's always things to be improved upon. There are always mistakes you make. But it does really mean something that these playoff teams, these really well-coached, well-disciplined football teams, they make less mistakes. That's why they're here. And the team that's going to make less mistakes is going to move on. Yeah,
there you have it. And end of the first quarter from Memorial Stadium. Colonel Crawford, the visiting Colonel Crawford Eagles, 7. Carey Blue Devils, 0. We'll be back with second quarter of action here at Heart of Ohio Sports.
Hey, this is Connor Roush, and you are watching high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
Small business owners need somebody that can open the door to financing. And at First National Bank of Sycamore, we love opening the door for financing opportunities.
How are we doing, guys? My name is Joey Krajewski, co-host of the Over Under podcast on Heart of Ohio Sports. Make sure you tune in every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock and every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Thank you, guys.
Like, follow, and subscribe to Heart of Ohio Sports on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter. Welcome back to Memorial Stadium. It's second quarter, week 12, an epic playoff showdown here. All right, so it's 3rd and 10 for Colonel Crawford, and you can see Lohr rolling out to his left, got a man open, juggles it, no good. 4th down for the Eagles. And what a huge defensive stop for the Carey Blue Devils, exactly what they needed. Because this might set them up with some primo field position and get that offense moving. I'd like to thank Phillips Electric with our weather report here. It is beautiful, by the way, a little windy, about 15 to 20 miles per hour breeze streaming through here. You can hear that in our mics all night long. And, of course, it is about 68 degrees in Carey, Ohio. Could not ask for better weather for a playoff game. Here we go, and whoa, the Eagles are going to bury number 16, Kana Wilcox. Actually, Niederkorn was the one returning it.
Well, you know.
They ain't going nowhere.
We're saying names either way.
Wilcox sounds, you've been doing some good work out there. Of course, he's on Colonel Crawford's side. All right, so here we go. Blue Devils got their opportunity. Now, if you're just wondering, you hear those horns in the background, ladies and gentlemen, it's because they've got a flag on the field. Carey Blue Devils, they got some tailgaters out there at the far end of the field, and they come with RVs and flags. So speaking of flags, let's check out. That's going to be on the offense, encroachment there. So that's going to push them back. And it's going to bring up 1st and long for Carey. So they lost yardage before they got started, Zach.
That's an interesting call. I mean, we heard it from the microphone. It was encroachment on the offense. That's not typically a call you hear there, Dom.
That's a new one for me, but that's their second penalty of the night, and could loom large here. And speaking of rushers, we're talking about Niederkorn, the return man. He takes it right up the gut here for a couple yards. That's going to bring up 2nd and long for Carey. Yeah, it's an amazing place here in Carey, Ohio. And you've got fans lining the field. It's shoulder to shoulder around this football field. No room in the stands whatsoever. We are buried by fans. We've got them in the aisleway. We've got them packed in front of us. This is exciting. This is exciting playoff football. Everybody wants a good seat.
Exactly. Let me tell you, good luck getting to the concession stand or the bathroom.
You better plan for a 20-minute trip if you want to get a piece of pizza here. So 3rd and 10 for the Blue Devils after they pick up a couple yards here, and let's see what they come up with. Of course, the Carey faithful want to make sure you know who's in charge, and keep an eye on some of these Carey pass catchers. Matimo, he's been the guy so far, and they're rushing it right up the middle. Looks like they might be short.
Yep.
Yeah, Carey's going to be just short. I think it was Norden who carried it. That's going to bring up 4th and half a yard for the Blue Devils. Of course, they're going to go for it.
Exactly. I can't tell if they're bringing in their bigs or their punt unit.
Hey, they've got the top rushing attack in the Northern 10. I think they're bringing in the bigs here, guy.
Hey, guy.
Hey, guy.
That's exactly what's going on here.
Yep. They got the beef.
Gutsy call, playoff football. Here
Watch
we go.
Kennerly. Oh, boy, another flag on the field. Oh, this is a big one. They had nothing but running room. Yep, and you can hear it here. We are in Colonel Crawford country on the visiting side of the field, and when they stand up and clap, you know it's good news for the Eagles.
So Dom, I think we got to mark this as one of the parts of this game that's going to be important later on.
Yeah, you know, Rickle's going to be forced to punt it away here, and what a huge thing right there is 3rd penalty of the night for Carey's costly. And, yep, there you go. It's going to be vote, pushed out of bounds, solid gain, and Eagles, another huge stop for that defense.
You know, I was wondering why we were debating it going for it. It was, my God.
Third penalty of the night, and that was a huge one because it pushed you backwards, really took the fourth down option away.
Yeah, it did. And like I said, Colonel Crawford, pretty good starting field position. Yeah, you're in closing.
Right there at the 35-yard line. That's not bad.
It's not bad at all. You're closing on that enemy territory. If they can make a drive here, I think that penalty is pretty costly.
There you go. Nice pitch and catch vote. Wrangled down to the ground around the 40-yard line. Solid gain on first down for the Eagles.
Great job there by Trevor Vogt. Corralling that pass, and he knows when he's going to get hit. Just get down, right? Protect yourself.
Yeah.
Got the yards. All right, here we go.
That's why the coach took me off the punt return team. I didn't know when to get down. Got my bell rung one too many times there, Zach. All right, here we go. 2nd and 4 from the 41-yard line for the Eagles. It's going to be Lohr up the middle, close to that first down marker, depending on the spot. He might be just shy. Yep, he's going to be about half a yard short. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 12 inches for the Eagles as they hope to convert here this time around.
Check out our dual stream here. Nate and Tommy calling 7-6 Columbia.
Oof, that's a close one there. That's in Tiffin, too.
That is in Tiffin. That's a close game.
Yeah. Got all sorts of notifications from the Tiffin school system. Of course, Lohr here, first down Eagles. Tiffin school system sending out all sorts of notifications on playoff etiquette, playoff parking, playoff tickets. I mean, we got the blast at the Helmstetter household. So great game there in Tiffin, Ohio. Of course, that's on the A stream. X stream has game of the night here with Carey and Colonel Crawford.
Exactly. This one chalks up to be a little bit more competitive, I think, than anybody's anticipating.
Division VI football. Wouldn't want to be anywhere else. Lohr tripped up, taken down, no gain. That'll bring up 2nd and long for the Eagles. Man, Lohr was a shoestring away from busting a nice run on that one there. But Carey, game of inches here. Yeah. Carey able to stop him.
Great job by number 45, Nathan Brodman. Just getting that pressure into the backfield and being so disruptive as he has been all season.
All right, it's going to be Clenard off to the right side. Avoids one tackler. He makes a move, pushes it up to the 45. Just a little shy of the first down marker. Solid yardage by number 32, Matt Clenard. That's going to bring up about 3rd and 2 for Colonel Crawford. Let's see what they can dial up here. As first down, we'll just allow them to milk this clock away that much more. We're at 6:07 left in the first half of play. Of course, you want to stay put for our halftime show. Halftime show brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore here at Heart of Ohio Sports. We've got coaches interviews. We're going to talk first half action and take a look around the area, try to pick up some playoff scores for all of our viewers here. Timeout on the field, brought to you by UIS Insurance and Investments. That's the 2nd timeout of the night for Colonel Crawford. That leaves them one left here in the first half. Big 3rd down and 2 for Colonel Crawford, and I imagine they're talking about the different ways they can rush the football right at the teeth of this Carey defense.
Yeah, exactly. I think you're probably not going to see another a sweep to the outside, one of those outside zone runs that's horizontal.
What I do know is keep an eye on number 12, Cameron Lohr. Everything starts with him. He's a dangerous dual-threat quarterback for this Eagles offense. So keep an eye on 1-2 right there in the middle of the screen. All right. Here we go. 3rd and 2. Fresh back from a timeout. See what Colonel Crawford can dial up. Fake it. Lohr's going to pitch and catch. Clenard off to the left side. First down and more. Drug down at the 30-yard line. First down, Colonel Crawford. Man, that has been a go-to play. Leak Clenard out into the flat. Quick pitch and catch, and just let him get athletic on people.
Yeah, that's a play action power out right there. That's a Madden play, right? You just send your fullback out on a little out route, little dump route.
Man, whenever I use that in Madden, I'd pick up 300 yards for that running back every time. So here we go, timeout. Carey, their first of the half.
Are you a big Madden guy, Dom?
I like Madden football, of course. My favorite, maybe this is dating me, Madden 95 had the Ray Lewis cover on it. I love to play the season. Man, Super Bowl champs every year for me. GM of the year every year for Mr. Helmstetter here.
Well, you know where you can play some Madden? Hang out with your Heart of Ohio sports friends.
There you go. That's right.
Pulse Podcast.
You got it. We've got everything covered for you here, and you can tune in on Tuesdays. Mondays for Pulse, but Tuesdays we've got Mulling It Over. We've got the Coaches Show during the week as well. We were at a tailgate last week on a Thursday night, beautiful Thursday night. We cover it all here at Heart of Ohio Sports. And, of course, you can check us out at YouTube, Twitch, Facebook. You can see all the live action streaming straight onto your TV, tablet, cell phone, whatever you've got, we've got you covered.
Let me tell you, Dom, we really are the best here at Heart of Ohio Sports.
We're tops.
Bringing the coverage to you wherever you are.
All right, back from a timeout here. UIS Insurance helping us out with that one here. Carey burning the first one as defense needs to get themselves collected as the Eagles have a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. And it's going to be up off the left side here, and I think it's number 30 here, Tanner Dyer, who's drugged down to the ground after about a 3 to 4 yard pickup for Colonel Crawford.
First time Dyer's had his name called tonight.
So 2nd and 7 for Colonel Crawford, 2 split out wide right, so keep an eye on that as they're trying to thin out the Carey defense here. Of course, Lohr, you never know what to expect with him as he's going to take it right up the middle and pound his way, another flag on the field, pound his way down to the 25. Let's see what this one's for. Of course, we've had a few penalties here, 4 so far on the night, and it's been Carey who's committed 3 of them. So let's tune in. Great camera work here. It's going to be on Colonel Crawford, their 2nd of the night. That's going to push them back a little bit. It's going to be a repeat of downs here, but this time from a little bit further out, 2nd and long, 2nd and really long for Colonel Crawford after that costly penalty.
Penalties for both sides tonight.
Costly. It cost Carey the opportunity to keep a drive alive. Let's see what happens here. Lohr looking to pass, got pressure, fumble, knocked it away. Carey's going to pick it up, and they're running. Kennerly, he's got space, 40, 30, nobody near him, 20, 10, touchdown, Blue Devils. Knock it away from Lohr, pick up the fumble, touchdown, Carey. And this is a whole new ball game as both teams have a touchdown up on the board now.
Number 26, Gage Summit, senior outside linebacker, pass rusher. Oh my gosh. I want to look at this replay right here.
Oh, this is a good one.
Let's get set here. I just wanted you to see if we
look
have
at
it
this.
Here.
Knock it away.
He worked on that outside offensive tackle, the blind side of the quarterback, able to get his hand up in there, and oh my goodness.
Just as Cameron Lohr went back to throw that football, he knocked it away, and it was Kennerly off to the races. Touchdown, Blue Devils. PAT could tie it. And that it does. It's tied here in Carey, Ohio, and there's another flag on the field. Oh, boy. What a game.
What a game. Oh, my goodness. Well, you can't ask for much more from two of the best teams in the conference.
So what do you see? What do you see down there, Zach? That's going to be on the defense, so PAT is going to stand here, and they're going to apply it on the kickoff here. So that's That's a costly penalty for Colonel Crawford. Kennerly, wow, scoops up the fumble and takes it 55 yards for the first touchdown tonight for the Blue Devils.
You can see this full crowd here tonight. That empty space right there is for the band that's warming up. But that is the only space you're going to find anything. Oh, my goodness. Look at all these people. We have the tailgaters and the campers and the RVs out for Colonel Crawford.
Make sure you stay tuned right here for our halftime show. We got interviews with both coaches down on the field, review some of our local playoff action, and, of course, we're going to talk about all of tonight's football, playoff football here from Carey, Ohio. 7-7, all knotted up.
So just a little teaser, Dom, for the people. What were some of the themes that the coaches talked about?
They both talked about the trenches. I mean, they were adamant. Hey, trenches, trenches, trenches. And Carey coach said, hey, little things like penalties can have a big effect on a football team. We got to limit those. One cost Carey tonight, set of first downs, but little things right there. Coughing up a fumble, knocking it away, a big-time defensive play, both sides. It's exciting stuff. You got to stay here watching. Of course, our halftime show brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore. And that's going to go through the back of the end zone. Pretty easy with that penalty tacked on. And let's see how this Colonel Crawford offense responds when it's all knotted up. It's 0-0 basically, and you've got 4 minutes to make something happen because hopefully you can make something happen here because Colonel Crawford, they'll get the football back in the second half, so you want this to be successful.
Yeah, you can really take your time here. Try to chew up as much of this clock. You got the whole field to work with.
Yep.
But it starts with sustaining drives.
Yeah.
And it starts with just getting chunk plays each time, right? Look, four yards here, 5 yards there, 3 yards here. Just work your way down the field.
Cameron Lohr off to the left side, finding a hole, pushes up to the 22. And that'll bring up second and long for the Eagles.
Yeah,
no rush here.
Yeah, Lohr was almost a little too hesitant, I think, to hit that hole. Looked like he was a little indecisive. Should I go outside? Should I go inside? Cut inside?
Something I'd like to see a little bit more of from the Eagles is alternate sides that you run it on. It seems like each drive they pick a side and they stick to just that side. Might make it a little too easy for the Blue Devils to hone in on. So here we go. Lohr rolls off to his right. Got a man. Oh, just knocked away by Madamo. Oh, man, you saw him on offense. You see him on defense. Gets his hand in there, and Vogt unable to reel it in.
I want to say that was a great ball, too, but by Lohr. Perfect spiral right in the hands of the receiver, number 5, Vogt.
Yeah.
And, oh, my goodness, what a play there on defense.
Huge play by Madamo.
Exactly. Staying step by step with your receiver. Not watching the quarterback's eyes, not watching the ball, just watching the receiver's hands. As soon as they go up, so do yours. Punch that ball
And they teach you to hone in and watch the hands of that receiver, and he did it perfectly. Lohr, he goes rolling off to his right, throws it out of bounds, incomplete, flag on the field. It might be roughing the quarterback on this one, as the flags are being dropped all around Lohr as he was hammered after the throw.
That's exactly what you're going to see. That was a huge hit on Lohr after the ball was already gone. This one's going to go forward by 15.
Yep, roughing the passer on Carey, and that's going to bring up a huge first down and an extra 15 yards for Colonel Crawford. Oh, my.
And again, that's just one of those completely avoidable penalties, right? I mean, the ball was already gone. All you got to do was kind of lay off. You can still even hit them, but not like that. You can't.
Yeah, you got to try to avoid it.
People.
Yep.
You can't go hitting people with full steam after that ball is already gone. You got to lay off.
That's the second big penalty that's hurt Carey tonight. First one was an offense, which forced them to punt. This time, it gives Colonel Crawford a fresh set of downs and 15 yards. And Lohr off to the left side, drugged down to the ground, short gain. And it'll bring up second and long for Colonel Crawford.
Yeah, it only really hurts Carey if Colonel Crawford can make them pay, and capitalizing on these mistakes, these penalties, right?
Yeah.
That is a hallmark of a good football team.
We really haven't seen either team capitalize on the penalties just yet. But you're right. Great football teams find a way. 2nd and 8 from the 38. Lohr looking to pass it. He's got a man. It's Clenard. He's got space. 45, 40. He cuts it in. 30, 25. Drug down inside. Wow. About the 22. First down, Colonel Crawford. And that quick pitch and catch to the flat. Clenard putting on a clinic again.
Oh, my goodness. It seems every last play designed for Clenard has just worked tonight. Great
It's just been wide open. Look at that. Nobody in the area as Clenard picks up huge chunk yardage for Colonel Crawford. And you're right. It just works.
Part of that has to be the scheming. You're putting number 32, Leighton Kemmerly,
Lohr
200-pound.
Hands it off to Clenard. Drug down behind the line. No gain.
So like I was saying, you really got to credit the Colonel Crawford coaches here, offensive coordinator, because you find the mismatches, right? You put that fast, athletic running back on one of these linebackers who might have they're the run stoppers. They're a little struggling in coverage, right? That's where you're able to find that great separation coming out of the backfield.
And both coaches hammered away at the line of scrimmage, and that particular play takes the line of scrimmage out. All right, Lohr rolling to his right. He's got a man, and it's Clenard on the other side. And I think they're listening. No, not Clenard. Is it Dyer?
It is
okay.
Dyer, yeah.
Well, man, sneaky Dyer with the first down pitch and catch. I think they're listening to me, mixing it up on both sides.
Again, Dyer got the one rush attempt earlier. Now he's subbing out. That's what he's been doing. He's subbing in to make a play and then leave.
It's been working, that quick toss into the flat. And with 1:26 left in the first half of play, the Eagles are driving, and they force Carey to call a timeout.
So this is exactly what we were talking about. They've put together about a 3-minute drive here, Dom. They had the entire field to work with, basically, and they're just doing, the little chunk plays. All right, here's a 3-yard rush. Here's a 2-yard rush. Here's a little 6-yard out pass.
Yeah,
that's going to get the first down every time.
Yeah.
Does that math add up? 6 plus 2 plus 3, that adds up.
Dyer had a 6-yarder, but Clenard, he took the whole box here. I mean,
that's true.
I mean, he had 30 yards on that one.
We're not a math stream, but it all adds up. That's a first down, and exactly that's what we're talking about, though.
Yeah.
These chunk plays maybe get
They're
a big
huge.
hitter in there.
Yeah.
Right? So now you've put yourself in a position not only to score, but to limit the time that Carey has to retaliate.
Yeah, you're
in the half.
You're sitting there on the 13-yard line, first down. You've got a lot of options, and look at the left side of the field here, wide open, and you've got Clenard on the left side of Lohr. I mean, this formation is setting yourself up for some success. And fake, toss it, touchdown. There you have it. Vote with the score. Colonel Crawford hangs another one up on the Blue Devils defense.
Excellent play there.
Oh, boy.
Crawford. I don't know what I like more, the pass protection from the offensive line.
It was clean.
The ability to stay in there and take a shot from the quarterback, or the precise route running, able to drop his defender without touching him and then go back and high point the football. That was as close to a perfect football play as you can get there.
PAT's up and good. Colonel Crawford has a 14-7 lead over the reigning state champions here on their home turf in Carey, Ohio. What a game.
Let's take a look at it here on the replay again. So let's just highlight this, all right? Great pass protection. Quarterback's able to stay in, hit a shot, and oh my goodness, high point the football. Why don't you? Number 5, Trevor Vogt.
And I don't know if you caught it there, but did you see the attention that Clenard got in the flat? He had 2 Blue Devil defenders on him, and opened it up for Vogt.
Exactly. And it's just the scheming, right?
Yeah,
You're able to find these little areas in the defense as the offensive coordinator. You're able to kind of pick apart and like, all right, we're going to run this play. these two plays to set up the big hitter later.
And it worked perfectly. And, of course, Colonel Crawford gets the football back in the second half. So the Blue Devils, they've got 121 to figure something out. Otherwise, they're going to be going into that locker room with a deficit.
Yeah, you're in the 2-minute drill. They have 2 touchdowns left, or 2 timeouts left, I believe. So you're going to be working the sideline. Expect to see that pass game a little bit more featured here for Carey.
Colonel Crawford defense, this 14 points is the most points they've given up this season since the second week, where they gave up 21 points to Gallion.
This Carey defense.
This Carey defense, yes. This is a rare occasion that they give up 14 points. Matimo on the ground. Blue Devils come back out. Yeah, so Carey, they've only given up 14 points twice this season. Both of those have turned out to be 3-score victories for them. Who knows? We'll see what happens.
And this is exciting here. I mean, so you have to figure, right? The winner of this game comes out of the bracket, right? Favorites. So
absolutely.
Carey against Colonel Crawford, right? They're going to face the winner of West Salem Northwestern and Columbus Grove. Right now, Carey's the 1 seed in the entire division. So
undefeated.
You have to imagine that whoever's coming out of this game becomes the new favorite.
Absolutely. Rickle all night long back there is going to be forced to run. He picks up some solid yardage on that first down scramble. Looks like he was wanting to throw deep. And, of course, Niederkorn, the big threat receiver there, right in the heart of that Eagles defense, covered up. So nice gain of 4 for Rickle. And it's going to bring up 2nd and 6 from the 27-yard line for the Blue Devils. Both teams have 1 timeout remaining here in the first half, and we're at 1:12 left in the first half in terms of time. So let's see what Carey can cook. Rickle bobbles it a bit, looking to pass, forced to rush it again, and he throws it out of bounds, incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd and 6 for the Blue Devils. Just nowhere to go for Lance Rickle.
Now you almost have to wonder, is being so good every week, every game for the past 2 years, is that hurting Carey a little bit? They don't have to play from behind. That's not who they are. And so when you're expecting your quarterback, all right, now you got to go down the field and get some points now.
In a hurry.
We need to work on this 2-minute drill. We need to work on scrambling, getting out of the pocket, making plays. Does that hurt him?
Who knows? We'll find out. 3rd and 6 from the 27 as Blue Devils take it right up the gut. Niederkorn, who's corralled short of the first down marker. This Eagles defense might be able to stop him again. And if you look down there on the field, it's Vogt who's telling the coach, hey, call a timeout, and he obliges here. Timeout, Colonel Crawford, as 4th and 3 is coming up here in a moment. Of course, UIS Insurance, our timeout sponsor tonight.
Did you see who was the first to the ball there, Dom?
No.
It was Lohr, the quarterback. He's helping himself out. And, it is just so fun.
That's amazing.
To see this style of defense. It's the first to the ball. Everybody rallies. It's that, all right, first guy, just kind of get your hands on him. That's all we need, really. You don't have to make the tackle. It's that team defense. It's all right, everybody rally to the football. Get there now. That's why you're able to stop first down there.
Connor, we haven't heard much from you tonight. What's really stood out to you so far in the first half?
I mean, defense has been playing good on both sides, but I think Colonel's really executing on them big plays, and that's why we're seeing a 14-7 score right now.
There we go. It's been fun to watch, and we're going to get a little bit more here as Carey's going to – they're at least in the punt formation. Now, Rickle, the quarterback, he is the punter. Keep an eye on him. And you've got Vogt back deep. Oh, there you go, fake. First down Carey, a little bit more, as it's going to be Smiley, who's going to be smiling all night long with that first down catch. Yep, first down.
Oh, my. Fake punts, you love to see them.
I told you to keep an eye on Rickle.
You did.
I didn't lie. Look at that.
Oh, wow. Good
Hey,
job there by number 3 to
can't play it safe. It's win or go home.
Exactly.
30 seconds, 1st and 10 here. And Rickle looking to pass again. And he's going to be forced to rush it as he scrambles out. He's going to be hit hard, pushed out of bounds. Great awareness by number 13, Lance Rickle, the senior. That'll stop the clock at 19 seconds.
I just want to mention there, we're talking about Smiley, right? Who's able to make that. He's the gunner, right?
Yeah.
So his main job is to come out of the backfield, make a block, get to the ball carrier. He does a great job just kind of slipping out there. He does what he normally does. He's
Not a lot of,
running,
yeah.
and just
Nobody's going to pay
look,
attention to
the
him.
ball's here.
Yeah. It's like, all right, I'll take it.
And
2nd and 4.
I love the extra effort at the end of the play just to
no
solidify that first down.
2nd and 4. Here we go. Rickle. He's going to run it. Oh, he's going to be hit, but he gets away across midfield, and he's got more space. 40. He's going to be taken down about the 36-yard line. First down for Carey. Keep an eye on that clock. 8 seconds. And it's going to be a Carey timeout. They're going to burn their final timeout of the half. Why not? You can't keep it. So UIS insurance timeout. Break again, and 8 seconds. 35 yards to go, Zach. Oh.
No timeouts left after this one. Let's take a look at that replay one more time. I mean, great job there. He's able to get out and away and just keep his feet moving enough to get away from the defender.
And if you're Colonel Crawford, the clock is your friend here. 8 seconds. You've just got to find a way. Make them run around. Do not let them pick up yardage here. And you can walk into halftime with a nice 14-7 lead. But if you let Rickle throw the football, dangerous things can happen.
Yeah, there's a couple things that you need to keep in mind, all right? You need to keep them away from the sidelines. That's step 1. Step 2, if you can keep them below that first down yard line, if possible, if you can make them check down, if you can make them run it, that ends the half almost guaranteed.
Absolutely.
So a first down here does stop the clock. So they have potentially another play after this to run.
Yeah, and Matimo and Kemmerly, the 2 wide receivers for Carey, you can see them over here on the right side. Big play threats. They put up more than 20 yards a catch. So here we go. Rickle, he's got some pressure. They hit him. He's going to be taken down. Well short of the first down. 2, 1. That's it. Halftime. Wow. Wow. It's halftime. We're going to digest that a little bit as the Eagles defense coming up huge again tonight. And it's Colonel Crawford 14, Carey 7. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports here from Memorial Stadium. Hey, this is Dominic Helmstetter, and you are watching high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
Hey guys, this is Aaron Steyer from the Over Under Pod. You catch us every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. and Sundays at 8:30. Come join the fun.
Like, follow, and subscribe to Heart of Ohio Sports on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter.
Want to take your marketing plan to the next level? Let's talk. Shoot us an email at hoosbroadcasting@gmail.com.
Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Your premier financial institution in Seneca County since 1952. Your community, your legacy. Federally insured NCUA.
UIS Insurance and Investments, your hometown agency providing a full range of insurance and financial services with a local touch. Contact your homegrown agent Sam Schelt Palm for professional review today at 419-447-4242, extension 1132.
Stay right here. You're locked in on Heart of Ohio Sports.
You're watching live stream here at Heart of Ohio Sports. We're Carey, Ohio. It's week 12. It's playoff football. And we've had one heck of a Northern 10 matchup the second time. First one did not disappoint. Carey got that one 7-3. But so far tonight, it's been all Colonel Crawford and that stingy defense, Zach.
That it has. I mean, this is playoff football in its best form, Dom. We've seen offensive highlights. We've seen defensive highlights. We've seen great play calling. I mean, you can't ask for much more.
I'm not disappointed at all. So this is our halftime show. Thank you, First National Bank of Sycamore, making sure that you sponsor everything. Keep us going so far tonight. You can hear in the background, got the Colonel Crawford Marching Band out on the field, and we'll have a chance to hear the Carey Blue Devil Marching Band here in moments. But first, let's take a look at the first half of action. It started off, it was all Colonel Crawford as they hung that first touchdown up on the Blue Devils right away as Vogt picked off Rickle, and then it was Lohr who bust a 45-yard touchdown run, and it was off, and Colonel Crawford really hasn't looked back since. Now, you've got another turnover. They turned it over, and Carey was able to scoop and score on that. But otherwise, the Carey offense has not put up any points. They have not put up anything so far tonight. Again, kudos to that Colonel Crawford defense. And then right before the half, nice pitch and catch to Vogt, 13-yard TD catch, 14-7. Colonel Crawford lead, and that's 7 points. I mean, we were talking in the first half of play. Carey has not given up 14 points since week 2. They've not given up more than that, and that's, I don't know. Is that going to be an issue for Carey here in the second half? They're a little bit slower on offense.
Well, you certainly have to think about it. All right, you haven't had to play really behind it all, down it all in 2 years. A lot of these guys on the team now, half these guys have never had to play from behind.
26 straight victories.
Right, so it's interesting. You wonder how much that affects a team's morale. Like, oh my gosh, this is the first time we've ever been punched in the mouth.
And this Colonel Crawford team, they can punch hard. They put up a lot of points, averaging 40 a night. So they can really hang it on you if you give them the room to do so.
Right now, I think we need to highlight one player. That's Matt Clenard. He has been just so dynamic on the offensive side of the football as a fullback, as a running back, as a pass catcher. I mean, it seems he is unstoppable for this Colonel Crawford team.
Yeah, he early in the game, he was pounding it right up the middle, and then Carey kind of honed in on that. So Colonel Crawford just started sneaking him out into the flat, and wouldn't you know it, huge chunk pass plays, first down, and really helped open up this Colonel Crawford offense. It gave their offense some life.
So we have interviews lined up here at half. Should we play those down?
Absolutely. So you're listening to our halftime show, First National Bank of Sycamore halftime show here, Extreme on Heart of Ohio Sports. Colonel Crawford band in the background. When we come back, we might hear from Carey, but let's hear from those coaches. That's what I want to hear from. Dominic Helmstetter from Heart of Ohio Sports, live here on the field in Carey, Ohio. Got right with me head coach for Colonel Crawford. Hey, Coach, how's it feel to be here, second round of the playoffs?
That's a great atmosphere here at Carey. Obviously, it's an opponent we know well, and small-time football. It doesn't get much better than this. So.
Anytime anybody comes out here, we appreciate our kids.
We're excited to see this football team. Record doesn't tell the story here. They've been playing a lot of really tough teams. They've been playing really. Dominic Helmstetter from Heart of Ohio Sports, live here on the field in Carey, Ohio. Got right with me head coach for Colonel Crawford. Hey, Coach, how's it feel to be here, second round of the playoffs?
That's a great atmosphere here at Carey. Obviously, it's an opponent we know well, and small-time football. It doesn't get much better than this. So, pretty excited.
All right, so you played the Carey in week 6. Heartbreaking loss, 7-3. What's going through your mind right now as you get to see him a second time?
Just the same things that were the first time. Big plays, controlling the line of scrimmage, taking care of the football, and we got to win the special teams battle.
All right, what are going to be the keys for your football team tonight so that you come home with a victory?
Up front. They are very big up front. They do a great job. Their offense and defense. We've got some skill up front, probably a little more skill than them, but they're a lot bigger. And so that line of scrimmage is going to be key. And the team that turns it over less, makes less mistakes, and wins the special teams battle is going to win the night.
All right, there you guys heard it. It's special teams, turnovers, and up front. You got it right there. Thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck tonight. Back live here on the field, head coach of the Carey Blue Devils standing next to me. Coach, how's it feel to be here week 2 playoffs?
Hey, anytime you're in the playoffs this far, it's a heck of a lot of fun, and this is going to be a fun night tonight.
Ooh, all right, so your team's done a lot of winning over the last 2 years. Do you feel like you're a marked team or just a team of destiny?
We've been a marked team all year. Everybody's giving us their best effort, and that's not going to be any different tonight. Colonel Crawford, they gave us all we could handle the first time, and it's going to be the same tonight, and it's going to be an exciting, fun night.
All right, let's go back to that Week 6 matchup. What do you think the big difference was that allowed you to walk out with a victory, 7-3?
I don't know, maybe a play or two. That was about it. I mean, it was such a close game throughout the whole contest. And that's what playoffs are about. It comes down to 1 or 2 plays. Who's going to make it. So that's pretty much what's going to come down tonight, I guess.
All right, so give me your keys for tonight's game. What do the Blue Devils need to do to win?
Well, it's just like every week, it's all about up front, and it's the same thing with Colonel Crawford. It's about the front 7, how they play tonight, and, if we play well up front, we'll be all right, and if they play better than we do up front, then they'll be all right. So it's going to come down to the front 7.
All right, there you guys have it. Battle of the Trenches coming at you tonight. All right, welcome back. We're in Carey, Ohio here. Heart of Ohio Sports, streaming to you live. We've got the Colonel Crawford band still out there on the field. You had a chance to listen to the coaches here. It is a 14-7 football game tonight. Colonel Crawford leads the defending state champions, the Carey Blue Devils. Let's take a look around the area, some playoff football here. So let's go up to Connor. Connor, you got some scores for us here.
I do. So the first game we're going to do is Hopewell Loudon. They are at Columbia Station, Ohio against the Columbia Raiders. They are down at half 21-6 right now.
That's up in Cleveland.
Against an undefeated 11-0 Columbia.
Oof.
And then we have Gibsonburg playing Waynesfield Goshen Tigers. That is 10-0 Gibsonburg at half. And then we have the Lima Central Catholic game. They are up on Delphus St. John's right now at halftime, currently 27-0.
Wow, that Lima Central Catholic game, that surprises me. We, of course, covered that live here on the Extreme last week. So if that piques your interest, you can go back and dial that up on Heart of Ohio Sports. Check out our Extreme on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. Got it all covered for you right there. We've got all this playoff action.
And then we got that game because Delphus upset 9-1 Arlington last week.
Oof. Oh, great playoff football for you all around. Okay. Thank you very much, Connor. We're about 10 minutes away from the second half of play. Colonel Crawford, they're the lucky team. They're going to get the football first here in the second half. And with that 7-point lead, that's a huge, huge turn of events here. So let's see if they can capitalize. Of course, they were able to gain that lead by putting up 2 touchdowns. First one was in the first quarter, and their quarterback, Lohr, he had a 45-yard scramble for a score. And then in the second quarter, Lohr was able to dump it off to Vogt for a 13-yard TD catch. And that's given them those 14 points here and a huge rematch with Carey Blue Devils.
Yeah, Lohr has been very impressive here tonight. He's making an impact on the offensive and defensive side of the ball.
Yep.
And, that's just what you want to see from one of these senior leaders, one of these guys that, all right, we're here. This could be your last game of football. You don't have anything guaranteed. And you're trying to beat what has basically been one of the best teams in all of Ohio football.
Yeah.
Carey for the past 2 years. So It is playing the way you need to play to win the game.
And, you know, both of these teams, they rush the football extremely well. And you heard in our halftime interviews with the coaches, both of them emphasizing the line of the scrimmage and making sure that you control both sides of the football. But I'd have to say the big change that's led to some of the success for Colonel Crawford has been those dump-off passes, Clenard and Dyer. Those two guys coming out of that backfield has been absolutely deadly against this Blue Devils defense.
That it has been, and the way you're able to get these guys open is to scheme them open. All right, so what I mean by that is you're running all these little, all right, let's inside run to the left, inside run to the right, outside run to the left, outside run to the right. So when it comes time for that fullback or that running back to just slip outside the defense, they're practically wide open and untouched and unaccounted for on the defense. Everybody thinks run so hard, so much. Well, what happens when you've just given up a 30-yard touchdown catch out at the left side?
You talk about all that space. I mean, you're looking 15 yards down the field before anybody's close to you, and it's usually a first down almost every time. Speaking of first downs, I mean, one of the things to keep an eye on are the penalties here. It cost Carey a key opportunity and stopped them from getting a first down. They were forced to punt it away, and those penalties have really aided Colonel Crawford as well because you've got, check this out, you've got 7 penalties in the first half here, and Carey, they've got 4 of them, it's not, look, Coach said in our interview, he's like, look, the little things, that can matter. Well, 4 penalties, that matters right now.
It does, and it's interesting because these are two teams that don't make mistakes like that.
No.
I mean, I would not be surprised if this is the most penalties that this Carey team has had in a half this year, and so I'm surprised, and maybe that's just the nature of playoff football. Everybody's got nerves. Everybody's a little jittery. This is a win or go home.
This is a Carey team that's been through it. They know how it works here. But look at the second half here. Colonel Crawford, they only average about 9 points in the second half. All right, that works in your favor. But Carey, they only average about 14 points in the second half. Neither of these teams put up huge points in the second half. I wonder if that's going to change tonight.
I think it will, and they don't put up these huge points in the second half, again, like we've said, because they haven't had to. I mean, Carey runs away typically from every single team they play, and Colonel Crawford, they're no slump either, right? They do the same in a lot of games, so it's not surprising to me that they're not these second half teams like we saw with Calvert all year. We've been seeing those were a second half football team. This is not what we've seen here tonight. One thing that I want to mention, Carey's offense really has not been able to get going at all, and that's been the most surprising thing to me tonight. Yeah,
their only touchdown came on a defensive play. Exactly. As they were able to knock the ball away from Lohr, scoop, and score. That's it. That's how they got their points. If Carey's going to win, their offense, they got to come to play here in the second half, and they're going to have to put up some yardage. They're going to have to put up some points, and that's how you're going to win the football game. You can't expect your defense to put up all the points for you.
No, you can't. And I wonder if not ever having to play from behind has something to do with it. We've talked about it a couple times tonight, but
I mean,
does it rattle a team, do you think? Because all right,
that's what I wonder.
They got shell shocked kind of the first time they played them. It was 7-3. That is not a score of a Carey football game in the last 2 seasons. It's just, I don't know. They got shell shocked the first time they came out. Now it's the second time, and we're down.
I know.
Right? And so it's going to be interesting to see here how Carey responds.
This is what the Carey offense has done all season. 37 points, 41 points, 42, 42, 48, 7, you mentioned. 48, 54, 20 against Upper Sandusky, but 56, 49 last week. They put up points, Zach.
They do, and what's almost more surprising is the opponent score in each of those games.
Yeah.
All but 2 or 3 of those are in single digits. So
I know.
They're not just putting up a great game, they are dominating teams in all 3 aspects of the game. And so that's why it's interesting to see here. Is it different for Carey?
I don't know.
I think one thing we need to mention, too, Colonel Crawford, undefeated when playing away.
Absolutely. 5-0 this year.
As we see, all right, we got to go to the halftime. Or
I'm impressed. It caught my eye, too, here. We've got the Carey Blue Devils marching band out there, and their baton twirlers are on fire. I mean, literally, they've got their batons on fire. Check this out. This is the first time we've seen it this season. What a show for the Carey faithful.
The confidence.
I would burn myself, Zach.
Seriously, and I feel like every time we see baton twirl, it just happens. You know, they'll drop them once or twice.
Not these girls. Look at them.
Oh, my.
Man, those girls, that takes a lot of guts.
I couldn't do it. And they're throwing them to each other. Oh, my gosh. This is almost exciting as the game.
Man. Fire game. Fire halftime show. So, Zach, we're about 2.5 minutes away from the second half of play here. Let me ask you, what do you think the keys to the second half are going to be? I mean, we talked about our ex-Carey keys to the game here, and naturally the line of scrimmage, both offense and defensive lines, they were brought up. But what do you think the key here in the second half is going to be for each of these football teams?
So let's start here with Carey. They're the defending champs.
Yep.
They need to play like it. They need to really assert themselves here.
Got to get that swagger back.
Exactly, in a way that we have not seen tonight. Their offense just can't get going, and that's credit to this Colonel Crawford defense. So for either team tonight, can you capitalize on the offensive side of the ball? Can you get the scoring going? Can you open up this game? That's what I would like to see here tonight if you're Carey.
And Carey, they've got those big play threats. They really don't pass the ball a lot. Their leading receivers have 12 receptions, 7 receptions, and 7 receptions on the regular season. So they really don't pass the ball a lot, but they are big play guys, putting up 21 yards a catch, 28 yards a catch. So, you know, I wonder how much the passing game is going to play into it, because that last drive for Carey, at least, they were throwing the ball a lot.
Yeah, and I think, you know, that comes with, all right, we're under 2 minutes, under a minute 30. You got to throw the ball to move the ball. That's just how it works.
Sure,
right?
Okay.
And we saw some struggles there, right?
Yeah.
And they haven't had to do that yet this season, so that's important. They're only down 1 score right now. They have 2 quarters of football left to play. You don't have to hit the panic button yet if you're Carey. You can still run the ball, play your brand of football, and it's worked for the past 2 years.
Yeah.
It should work now.
No doubt.
I would like to see. And then another key now for Colonel Crawford, you got to keep that suffocating defense. Because
so good tonight.
Goodness,
so good.
It just feels like Carey just can't get anything going. And that comes from your middle linebackers, your seniors. It comes from your defensive line, even more importantly, keeping those linebackers clean, not letting anything get past them. Really just dominating, right, the trenches, the interior. Because when you can generate that pressure from up front, so either stopping the run, getting off blocks, or rushing the passer when they're throwing the ball, that opens things up for your defense.
No question.
It creates mistakes. You're forcing turnovers. You're doing things that, all right, your defense now has just a whole nother layer of protection that they can just add.
Yeah.
For basically no cost, if you can get those defensive guys going.
And if those first 2 levels are clicking on all cylinders, it allows your defensive backs to lock down the receivers and go after the football. And we saw that in the first half with the big interception there by Vogt. So, excellent in-game analysis there by our very own Zach Dillon.
Vogt, another guy that we mentioned, he had the big touchdown catch and the big interception. I mean, he is controlling the skies right now.
He really is. He really is. So 2 minutes away here, second half of play, getting ready. Okay, Colonel Crawford, they got that 14-7 lead. They will receive the football first here in the second half. So we will see their offense out on the field to start things off. We talked a lot about their offense, but let's flip the switch here. What do you think the Carey Blue Devils need to do on defense to slow the Eagles down a little bit?
Again, it starts up front. I know that's just how football works. If you can dominate the interior, if you can dominate the trenches, you can win some games. So that's one thing. You also need to limit the big plays, and that comes with being real disciplined on the defensive side of the ball. You can't let the running backs go for 40 yards and a little screen, a little pop pass because you're expecting the run. That's just kind of the sound defense that is not going to win you any football games.
An exciting second half of play about to happen here at Memorial Stadium, and you're going to get every moment of tonight's playoff action here at Heart of Ohio Sports on the Extreme. Make sure that you check out Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. You can check out our previous matchups from earlier in this season. If you want to learn a little bit more about Colonel Crawford, check out that Seneca East game that we covered in Attica, Ohio. We got a front row seat to what the Eagles can do offensively, and I'm excited to see them put it on the field again tonight. All right, so I don't know. The breeze is still streaming through the stadium here, and check our Phillips weather update here, and it's dropped a few degrees since the start of the football game. We're now around 65, but it's still clear and beautiful, and going to get us started in the second half. 12-mile-an-hour wind. Thank you, Phillips Electric. And if you want to know more about Phillips, stop at their downtown location in Tiffin, Ohio. They've got everything covered for you. They've got Kenmore, Maytag, Whirlpool. They've got it all. Make sure you give those guys a call. Tell them the Heart of Ohio Sports sent you. A little trickery there by the Carey special teams just to see what's going on. See if they can get away with a quick one there, Zach.
Yeah, I don't know if it does anything because that's a very illegal formation there for the kickoff. So
low kick, and Colonel Crawford's going to catch it and sit on it there around the 36-yard line. Good starting field position for the Eagles offense.
So let's talk a little bit about this Eagles team. Fly Eagles 5. Cameron Lohr, quarterback, through 11 games, 76 for 132, 1,400 yards, 21 touchdowns. We've seen him here tonight, Dom. He's been making some plays.
Absolutely. He's been making plays with his legs. He's been making plays with his arm. He is a dual threat quarterback. You got to account for him at every part of the game. You really do. And you see him on defense, too. A lot of these kids, they play two ways. So, all right. Here we go. 1st and 10 from the 36. And it's going to be the Eagles flying right up the gut. Number 12, Cameron Lohr. 2nd and 6 from the 41 for Colonel Crawford. Solid start to the first half, or the second half here. And keep an eye on those big threats there on the right side. Love, as he's going to block, and it's going to be Lohr taken down behind the line.
Number 45, Nathan Broadman again. We've seen him have really good pursuit angles tonight. That's the second tackle for loss that I can remember. And just a good job all around, coming off your block and chasing down the quarterback, coming straight down the line of scrimmage.
Zach, you talked. Your key for the second half was this Carey defensive line, and they had a huge stop there on second down. Let's see if they can do it again on third. All right, Lohr looking to pass. Double move by Vogt. It's going to be intercepted. Niederkor with that interception, and he's still got room. He's going to be taken down at the 40-yard line, and Carey takes the ball away.
That seems more accurate to the Carey Blue Devils that we've heard about all year. Let's take a look here. And that ball just overthrown. Great job tracking it in the air. Number 16 for Carey. Niederkor, like you've said, that's the way that they wanted to come out of this halftime, Dom.
And the advantage that Colonel Crawford had getting the football back is gone now. So 1st and 10 from the 40. And Blue Devils football is in full display as they're going to just start pounding away at you. Not sure who the rusher was there. Number 14, Connor Norden, takes the first carry. 2nd and 9 for the Blue Devils. And they've got that three-headed monster there. Of course, Rickel, but Norden and Niederkor. And then every now and then they're going to throw in the true freshman, Eli Steen. So they've got a lot of rushers that can do damage.
Yeah, Steen, a name we haven't seen much tonight.
No.
But on the season, he's been pretty dominant.
And Niederkor is going to take the pitch and be hit and taken down at the 45-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 5 for Carey. And you can see Rickel here in the through the first 11 games. He's been on fire. 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns, 12 rushing touchdowns. A man to watch.
We've seen him here. Can he convert out of that turnover?
Big 3rd and 5 for the Blue Devils. All right, Rickel keeping it all the way. He's rushing straight up, right side. He's going to have enough for a first down as he crosses midfield. First down, Blue Devils. Move those chains. Here comes Carey. And the tailgaters are loving it, Zach.
They are.
That's not a train, ladies and gentlemen. That's an RV in the parking lot. You only see those things at playoff time, you know. 1st and 10 from the 48 for Carey. Hand it off. And power football as they just drag the defense straight ahead.
Yeah, that's just hard-nosed football.
Nathan Brodman with the carry.
You notice they have 3 people in the backfield. The first one gets the ball, and the other 2 just push him. They're just pushing him forward, trying to pick up those extra yards and drive him.
It worked. Got him 5. So here we go. 2nd and 5 from the 43. And Carey, they're coming at you. And it's going to be Niederkor. He's going to be hit right around the line of scrimmage. No gain. 3rd and short for Carey. Of course, I say short. It's 3rd and 4. That could be an eternity, depending on how this next one comes out. Again, Colonel Crawford, their defensive line, has done a phenomenal job so far tonight, slowing this Carey Blue Devils team down. But one person to keep an eye on here, we've got Madamo, and we've got Pinkerton. A couple big play threats, and it's going to be Rickel who takes it himself. Looks like he might have enough for a first down. It'll be close.
Number 13, Lance Rickel with the carry.
And no signal.
Really close.
Yeah, it's going to be really close. The chain gang was looking for the signal, and official timeout on the field. They're going to have to measure this. Yep, chain gang's coming out. This is going to be a close one. Now on the scoreboard, they've already switched it to first down. Is that inflated optimism for Carey? I don't know. We're going to find out real quick. They're used to getting first downs. All right, check this out. And yes, indeed, first down, Carey. Yep, no question about it. First down. And they're going to keep driving as they try to capitalize after picking up a huge turnover.
First down by almost over a yard.
Yeah.
It looked like
Yeah.
it was almost surprising that they measured that. I mean,
It was the far side of the field, maybe. But let's see if the Blue Devils can capitalize after picking off Lohr and the Colonel Crawford offense. So far, so good. And it's going to be Rickel who hands it off. I think it might have been Norden who's still pumping those legs forward up to close to the 30-yard line. Yeah, Connor Norden kept his legs moving. Huge gain on the first down run. Now, this is the kind of Carey offense that we've seen all season long that helped lead the Northern 10 in rushing. All right, Rickel looks to pass. Oh, boy. That was dangerous. Off the hands of his intended receiver, number 23, Dominic Yeater. And luckily, harmlessly hit the turf between two defenders.
Yeah, that ball deflected just enough by the wide receiver to prevent the interception.
Yeah, anytime it's deflected into the air, defenses prey on those opportunities. And 3rd and 4.
Especially around Vogt. We've already got an interception
exactly.
in this game.
All right, toss it. Norden. He's going to be stopped right around the line of scrimmage. And I think it depends on the spot. Of course, the Colonel Crawford head coach unhappy with the extracurriculars after the play there. Let's see what it is. 4th and short. All right, it's going to be it's going to be 4th and 1 for Carey, and you know they're going to bring the beef out there. As yes, indeed, they're taking Norden out of the game, and they're bringing the big fella in.
Well, they're bringing in number 45, Nathan Brodman, who's already had some prowess on the defensive side of the ball.
He's their lead blocker, Rickel. He's hitting the backfield, but did he get enough? I think Colonel Crawford may have stopped him. Depends on who you believe. This is close. Rickel with the quarterback keeper, and it's going to be extremely close to the first down marker. Let's see where this spot is. Officials taking their time on this one. No, yep, first down. There it is. There's the signal. First down, Carey. Wow, they took their time on that one. They wanted to get it right.
Hey, you know, that's a great thing about these umpiring crews, these reffing crews here in the playoffs. They want to get it right. They don't have the luxury of instant replay. They don't come up here. Well, we do.
We do.
But they don't come here and ask us, hey, Zach, did I get that call right? No, they don't.
No.
And so props to them for really trying to make the right play.
All right, 1st and 10 from the 28. Carey has been moving the football like Carey does. And Rickel's going to take it off to the right side, dodge a couple defenders, but be drugged down around the line. No gain. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for Carey. And this drive has looked a lot more like their season, where they've been able to pick and choose and just rush the football. And so far, so good. They converted there on the last set. And see if they can keep it going.
Even this is a little strange because Carey doesn't even get many 4th down opportunities.
No,
so
not at all. 2nd and 10. Here we go. Quarterback keeper again, Rickel on the right side. This time he gets around the defense, picks up some big yardage as he's pushed out of bounds. That should be enough for another first down. Yeah, it should be enough for another Carey first down.
Again, we are
actually about half a yard short.
We are right in the middle of the Colonel Crawford section.
And they're passionate people.
That they are.
How can you blame them? It's playoff football, week 12.
You got a great team that's, leading one of the best teams in Ohio.
You got it. I want to hold on to this. So 3rd and 1 from the 19-yard line. It looks like we might have a timeout. Yeah, timeout Blue Devils. They want to talk about it. UIS Insurance timeout coming at you again here at Heart of Ohio Sports. And Colonel Crawford has a 14-7 lead with 4:29 left in the third quarter from Carey, Ohio.
Carey, Ohio. This community really rallies around their team, don't they?
Yeah, when we were driving in, we got here a full 2 hours before game time, and there were already 3 lines just to get into the stadium at all of the different entrances, and they were all wearing Carey Blue Devil gear.
Yeah, let's just get that right. There were 3 different lines of maybe 30-plus people at 3 different locations across the stadium.
And there was another 30 people tailgating next to the RVs, and they've been a boisterous bunch here so far tonight at Memorial Stadium. So let's see what we've got. 3rd and 1. It's a short one for Carey. And going to hand it off. See if the big fella can get it. Flag on the field. Should be a first down pending news on what the flag's for.
When it's up close in the trenches like that, a lot of times you're going to see holding, and I think that's the early indication.
So let's see if Carey gets to keep the first down rush. Face mask on Colonel Crawford. First down for Carey and more, Zach.
And that is not what you want to see. This Colonel Crawford defense fighting and scratching and clawing their way across this field. And, man, they are really testing that bend, don't break mentality.
And Colonel Crawford, their defense has played an extremely clean game tonight. And they've even been able to pick off Rickle once. But this time the penalty very harmful as it is 1st and goal from the 7-yard line. Carey knocking at the door. Kennerly off to the right side. And now he's inside the 5. So with that penalty, you're giving the Blue Devils some life right around the goal line.
Well, they've kind of already had the life this entire drive. I mean, this is the longest drive by either team so far. But it's got to be just exhausting for this defense. They've been on the field minutes. And, it's just hard, especially when you're so close to getting the stop. 3rd and 1,
question.
4th and 1, 4th and 2. So.
And it looks like it's Niederkor off to the edge, jumps in there, touchdown Carey. Number 16, Austin Niederkor. He scores, and the crowd's going crazy on the Carey side of the field.
A score for Niederkor indeed, Dom. Let's take a look at that replay.
And fitting fashion here is Niederkor picked off Colonel Crawford, and he finishes it as he takes it around the corner, punches it in, touchdown Carey. And PAT is up, and it is good. We're all tied up here in Carey, Ohio, 14-14. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back. Want to take your marketing plan to the next level? Let's talk. Shoot us an email at hoosbroadcasting@gmail.com.
Klaus Electric is a veteran and family-owned full-service electrical contracting firm that has grown to be a first-class electrical contractor serving Northwest Ohio. Their mission is to provide high-quality commercial and industrial electrical projects in a timely manner. They do this by forming and training a professional team of employees who are dedicated to their core values, conscious of safe work practices, all while forming long-term relationships with their customers. Visit their website for more information at klauselectric.com.
Stay right here. You're locked in on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Welcome back to Carey, Ohio, as the Blue Devils marched down the field, burning 7 minutes off the clock, and punched it in for a touchdown. Compliments of Mr. Niederkor there. Austin Niederkor, the star of the last 7 minutes. He got an interception and then a touchdown run, and he has helped the Blue Devils tie it up 14-14. And what a football game, Zach.
Yeah, it has been a game. Niederkor, we want to highlight right now, got the interception on the defensive side of the ball. and then ran for the touchdown on the offensive side of the ball. So he has made an impact this half.
Now, something that Colonel Crawford has working in its favor is they're a very balanced football team, and they can toss it around the yard while also grinding down the clock themselves. So I'm excited to see how they respond here. I think this Colonel Crawford offense can do some damage. And before that interception, they were doing well. Clenard off to the right side, short gain. So Colonel Crawford, they were moving the ball extremely well before the interception, and I think if they can avoid those costly mistakes, they could be dangerous, and they can really threaten this Blue Devil defense. All right, it's 2nd and 6 from the 35-yard line. And Colonel Crawford, looks like they might be pounding it here as Dyer in motion. Flag on the field, false start on Colonel Crawford. A little too much movement there, Zach. That's their second penalty of the last 20 seconds.
They're going to call that on number 3 for Colonel Crawford.
So it's Horsley, Derek Horsley. Yeah, and wasn't he split out on that one?
He was.
Yeah, Horsley, you see him there on the screen. Going to push back Colonel Crawford. So now 2nd and 11 from the 30-yard line. And Lohr rolls out to his right, tosses it, got a man. I think he got his feet in there. Yep, yes he did. Number 19, Ryan McMichael. First down for Colonel Crawford. Whoa, fancy footwork there. Sliding catch. Check this out. Oh, that was a close one.
Looks like Trey Turner there with the slide.
Excellent catch by Colonel Crawford. First down as they march toward the midfield marker. Well, let's see what they come up with now. And fake to Dyer. And I think they're giving it to Thomas maybe. Oh, look at that, a little chatter down there. A little chatter as Clenard racing back to the line of scrimmage with some words for the Blue Devils. Oh my. It's getting testy down there. It's playoff football. And Colonel Crawford, they're fighting back here. All right, 2nd and 9. All right, it's right back to Clenard. He's got the first down and more as he's up to the 40-yard line, pushed out of bounds. First down for the Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Well, we just saw there, Dom, chirping a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to back it up.
No doubt, lighting that fire in the belly for Landon, for Matt Clenard, and he's not going to be stopped. He's had big gain after big gain so far tonight, and another big one there. First down is Lohr looking to pass it. He's got a man. He's got some space. Overthrows him, though, and it was Clenard, the intended receiver. Well covered by this Carey defense. Yeah, Eli Stein, or I take that back, Landon Kennerly, the defender, able to seal off the intended receiver there. 1:06 left in the third quarter. 14-14, tied football game. Colonel Crawford, 2nd and 10, coming at you now. Clenard, going to be drugged down, thrown down to the ground. Short gain. Man, talk about that Blue Devil attitude. Number 45, Nathan Broadman, bringing the swag back to the Blue.
Yeah, and you love to see that. I love to see when players play with that little chip on their shoulder, the intensity.
You don't win state championships without having a chip. And Blue Devils hoping to stop Colonel Crawford here on 3rd and 8. Lohr looking to pass it. He's got some time. He's flushed out to the left, still looking. Tosses it on the comeback. First down. First down, Colonel Crawford. There you go. Hear those Eagles fans now. Woo-hoo. Number 3, Derek Horsley. First down. Man, Horsley gets the big high five from the coach on the sidelines after that one. That's what they needed. So it's 1st and 10 from the 30 here. Colonel Crawford, they're going to call a timeout on the field. First of the half here, our UIS timeout. It's 14-14, and we've got one heck of a contest for you tonight. Oh, man. Actually, that wasn't a timeout. That was a end of the third quarter. And it's 14-all from Carey, Ohio. Oh, boy. All right, so third quarter did not disappoint as Carey storming back here and tying this ball game up as Carey was able to pick off the Eagles early in the third quarter, and then they wound the clock down as they marched down the field, took 7.5 minutes off, and Niederkorn, who intercepted the ball, was able to punch it in for a touchdown run, 14-14. And now it's Colonel Crawford's opportunity. Try to make some noise as we enter the fourth quarter of play here from Memorial Stadium. All right, and we're back. And it's going to be Lohr rolling out to his left. He's got, oh, it's loose. And Colonel Crawford able to jump on it as Lohr, the ball was knocked away again as he tried to pass it. This time Colonel Crawford able to hold on to it. Of course, in the first half, Lohr had the ball knocked away. Carey was able to scoop and score. Colonel Crawford lucky to get the ball back on that one. Oh, man, that's going to bring up 2nd and 22 as that fumble cost them a lot of yardage. So they're split out, wide out here. Lohr looking to pass all the way as he rolls to his right. He's got some pressure, looking flag on the field here. Lohr is going to be hit, dragged to the ground for another loss. Let's see what happens as the flag came right around where Lohr rolled out. Let's see what the official says on the field. This could be a big one way or another. It's on Colonel Crawford. So it was already 2nd and 22, and now you're going to add more yardage onto that. Holding penalty, Colonel Crawford. That is their 3rd penalty of the half, and that is their 6th penalty of the night. So it's now 3rd and 24 from the 44-yard line for Colonel Crawford. And listen to that Carey crowd in the background. Oh no, Lohr's got some pressure, dumps it off to Clenard, drugged down at the 40-yard line, well short. It's going to be 4th and long for Colonel Crawford. I think they're going to have to punt this football away as there's not a lot of plays that you can dial up that are going to pick you up 20 yards. And between the penalties, the fumble, and a sack, this Blue Devil defense, they've come ready to play, Zach, and this has been a big one. So there you go, short punt. See where it lands. It's going to hit right around the 10-yard line. And Colonel Crawford, excellent punt as they're able to pin the Blue Devils back at the 5-yard line. So good job on special teams there. And let's see if this Eagles defense, if they can come out and play some more solid football to slow down the Blue Devils. Fourth quarter here from Carey, Ohio. And it's anybody's ball game as we've got a 14-14 football game. Carey scored on their last drive and took 7.5 minutes off. Let's see what they do here as they need to march 95 yards against this stingy Eagles defense in order to put up some points. Short rush. And I think it's Rickle right up the middle. So here we go. 2nd and 5 for Carey is a positive gain. And heard on the PA, it was actually the young freshman, Eli Steen. We have not seen his name called on offense yet tonight. So fresh set of legs as Steen is out there. And Carey able to rush it forward again. And that should bring up 3rd and short for Carey as Niederkorn gets him closer to the first down marker. And it's 4th quarter here, and this is a test of the wills. And if you tuned into the coach's wise words, both of them are saying line of scrimmage is the most important thing. And after playing 3 quarters of tough football, conditioning is going to play a huge role in this one here, as it's going to be Carey punching it forward, and they might have a first down here depending on the spot. Yep, they're signaling a first down already. Blue Devils have another fresh set of downs, and they're moving the football. Man, second half has done wonders for this Blue Devil offense, as they have looked like the offense of old, and they've been able to impose their will on the Eagles defense by rushing the ball every which way in that. Here you go, 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line. Rickle from the shotgun. And it's going to be Rickle who's drugged down after a short gain. That'll bring up 2nd and long for the Blue Devils. That clock continues to move as it's 8:15, 8:14 left in tonight's football game. Winner takes all and is able to advance in the playoffs. Division 6, Region 22. Tosses it. Rickle tosses it. Looks like Niederkorn. He's going to be stopped at the line. No gain. A big 3rd and long for the Blue Devils. So let's see what they can do, and you can see on our side of the field here, the Eagles trying to get the crowd into it as they want all the noise they can make to slow down the Blue Devil offense. A huge 3rd and 10 coming up here for the Blue Devils. Niederkorn in motion. Rickle, quarterback keeper up the middle, stopped well short. There you have it. Whoa, look at the passion as this Eagles defense comes up huge to stop Carey at the 17-yard line. And they're going to be forced to punt the ball away. That's exactly what you needed by this Colonel Crawford defense at the perfect time here.
Big ol' fist pump by number 53 for Colonel Crawford.
Love the emotion. Oh, that was a close one.
Blocked punt.
Yeah, Rickle just gets it away, and it's going to go out of bounds right around the 46-yard line, and there you have it. Oh, Vogt, he's hands in the air, and Colonel Crawford, they're pretty excited after that defensive stand.
I would be too, Dump. I mean, that is an important part of this game.
Hey, that's what you needed. Offense wasn't able to cash in last time. Defense plays huge. They played huge all night long. Comes up with a big stop, and you give your offense the opportunity to put up points and to seal the deal here, as there's only 6:43 left in tonight's football game. Now,
let me tell you, could we have expected a better game between these two teams?
No, not at all. Clenard off to the right side. Now, it's important to note, of course, Carey, a little extracurricular pushing and shoving there. Carey, they've handled every team pretty well all season long, but it was against Upper Sandusky where Colonel Crawford, they had to go to overtime to win, and they pulled off a 30, well, actually they lost 30-29 in a heartbreaker, so overtime is nobody's friend here tonight. All right, Lohr looking deep, got a man open, and there you have it. Number 19, he's got some more space. Ryan McMichael, first down for Colonel Crawford. Oh boy, McMichael had some space, and if you could see the Colonel Crawford fans here, they're all motioning first down for the Eagles after a huge passing play. And they're moving it pretty well here, Zach.
That they are. I mean, this is the pump, pick-me-up that this crowd has been looking for. They had it earlier in the game. They went away from it a little bit. Looks like Colonel Crawford's back in it.
Yeah, and McMichael, the tight end, coming up huge as Lohr avoids the defender, throws it away, incomplete. So the Eagles live to fight another play as it's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 24-yard line. Man, Lohr, he had a little pressure there from this Blue Devils defense, so lucky that there was nothing negative happening there. So let's see what they are able to do. We have not seen any field goals yet tonight, but Colonel Crawford, they've got a solid kicker who's done extremely well all season long. They're not that far from his range. So 2nd and 10. And they're going to hand it off. Clenard on the right side got a little space as he's up around the 30-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and manageable for this Eagles offense. Clenard, he's had a huge game so far tonight. He's been rushing it. He's been catching it. Really an unsung hero as he hasn't scored any points, but he's done all the dirty work to put the Eagles in position to get some points. My kind of player. 3rd and 5, a huge 3rd down for the Eagles here. And they're going to hand it off. And that's good enough. 1st down, Eagles. Yep. And you can hear it with the official motioning of the 1st down. The Colonel Crawford fans are loving it. 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. The Eagles are knocking on the door, looking to break this one open and take a lead with 4.5 minutes left in the football game. And there you go. Did he get in? Touchdown. Oh, no. About a yard short. There you go, number 22, Steen. I take that back. It's Thomas. Huge run. Puts him right on the doorstep of another touchdown tonight. Power package right in there. Lohr. I think it was Thomas again.
I think he was stopped short one more time.
No, it was Clenard. Yeah, Clenard stopped short. You got to get yourself on the outside skirts of this tough Blue Devils defense.
You do. I just want to take a moment to say, man, this Colonel Crawford Sands, this audience, this section has been so electric. It knocked out our scoreboard cam. I mean, you can't ask for much more than that.
I mean, you've got bells and everything. Touchdown. If you didn't know, touchdown. Micah Thomas. And that's going to give the Eagles the lead with 3:42 in the 4th quarter. Colonel Crawford reclaiming it.
Yeah, let's take a look here. Thomas, number 22, that's just a handoff up the gut. And he wiggles his way in to put this Eagles team up 20-14.
And there's not a lot of time here, so PAT is up, and it is good. 21-14. Colonel Crawford over the undefeated Carey Blue Devils.
Let's take a look at our dual stream right now. Nate and Tommy also calling a great game. Columbian down 7 with 4 minutes left to go in the third quarter. 5 minutes left to go. That's a game too, Dom.
Absolutely. Now, this is unfamiliar territory for the Blue Devils. Last time they gave up 21 points was in week 2, but they still won that by 3 scores. So this is new. They've got 3 minutes and 42 seconds to tie this up, or they go home. So, if the state champs want a chance to, defend their title, it starts right now on this offensive set.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
3 minutes 42. I mean,
plenty of time.
Plenty of time. I mean, you definitely get the ball back here, right?
And
maybe you get an opportunity to get the ball back one more time before this game ends.
We saw them in the first half, right before halftime. They were able to march down the field pretty quickly in about a minute or so. So plenty of time for the Blue Devils as they pick up the kick and drug down at the 30-yard line. And it's Matamo with the return. And, hey, if you want to be champions, it's got to start on this drive. Yeah, just listen to that crowd going crazy.
The storyline, the undefeated Carey haven't lost in 2 years.
I mean, I wish that you could see the fans in the stands on the Colonel Crawford side, but more importantly, every single player on the sideline cheering their teammate on, hoping the defense can come up with another big stop. Rickel, he's going to be hit and taken down, short gain, and this is an exciting matchup.
Yeah, and let me tell you, this last drive for Colonel Crawford, it's going to be defined by their linebacking core. I'm almost certain. Gabe Thu, Parker Kenneman, Jacob Moss. I mean, these seniors up the gut, these big guys, right, they're going to determine how this last drive goes.
Hey, this is legacy time for those seniors, and if you can say that you shut down the Blue Devils to seal the deal, then that's saying a lot. All right, here we go. Rickel rolls to his right, dumps it off, short, incomplete, 3rd and 7 for Carey. And the coaches are even on the sideline trying to pump the crowd up. Oh, man. Yeah. Zach, I don't know if you can see this with our cam or not, but, yeah, they're going crazy over here on the sideline. There you have it. You can see the Colonel Crawford team and the coaches waving their hands. A huge 3rd and 7 for this defense. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors for this amazing game, as we've got a timeout on the field. Carey Mexican Restaurant, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Klaus Electric, UIS Insurance, First National Bank of Sycamore, MST Sauce Company, Phillips Electric, Rogers Flowers, Fiesel's Frame and Collision, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, and Happy Days Nutrition, helping our postseason coverage stay alive here in Carey, Ohio. Got our UIS Insurance timeout, and 2:54. Third down.
Moments like this, Dominic, are why you love the game of football.
Yeah.
I mean, Carey, Goliath, can they come back?
Defending state champs.
Defending state champs. I mean, the rivalry is insane. Earlier this season, Colonel Crawford almost took them down.
Yeah. And we're just surrounded by rabid fans right now. 3rd down. Here we go. And they got a full steam ahead. It's, first down for Carey. And it's going to be Norden who's able to move the chains and keep things moving for the Blue Devils season.
And how fitting would it be if this game went into overtime?
That would be awesome.
2:30 left. There's a possibility.
It is a possibility, as There's no field goals here. Carey needs a touchdown and the PAT to tie it up. Oh, and offense might have jumped on this one. Yep, that's what it is. Offsides, Carey. That's going to push them back. That's their first penalty of the half. But I got to tell you, it is their 5th penalty of the night, Zach.
And again, that's just
little things
uncharacteristic of this Carey team. And it's definitely, at least in part, why they're behind.
And I credit the Eagles defense as, if you go back and look at it, that defensive line, they've been pressuring the Carey offense all night long. And here you go, Rickle, and another flag on the field. No, timeout, Carey. So Carey got the timeout just before the snap. And 2 minutes, 1 second on the clock, 1st and 15. So this is a huge long-distance situation for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, you hate to waste a timeout here, too, if you're Carey, especially.
Got one left.
You got one left, especially approaching that 2 minutes. I mean, you got to think, all right, well, this would be better used inside the 20 once you get there. But
yeah, situational. You still have one, though. You got one. That's something. But, yeah, you're right. And hear that Eagles band just pounding on those drums. Not that far from us. The water bottle is just shaking right now, Zach. And every single person is standing right now here in Carey, Ohio. Here we go, 1st and long for Carey. Rickle rolls to his right. He's got some pressure. He's going to toss it wide open. Niedercore, 1st down and more, down at the 33-yard line. Niedercore keeping it alive. What a huge pass play. Rickle to Niedercore to move those chains.
Yeah, and it looked like Rickles was almost ready to give up on that play. Dom, I mean, he rolled out to his right. Looked like he was going to tuck it and go, but found Niedercore right there at the last moment.
1:35 left in the game. Rickle rolling to his right. Got pressure. Dumps it off to Niedercore again. Niedercore hit hard. Wow. You could see the sweat just bounce off his helmet there as he's hit right around the 34-yard line. A jarring hit. Slow to get up as he was really walloped by this Eagles defense.
Oh. Yeah, big hit there as we're going to have an official timeout.
And it's his left leg that seems to be giving him a little trouble as his teammates are helping him get off the side to the sideline. Niedercore, what a game. Interception, a touchdown, a core player for Carey all night long. Yeah, I hope he's all right. You don't want him to go out that way. 1:15, 1:14 left in the football game. Rickle, he's running it. He's off, 20, inside, pushed out of bounds, should have enough for a 1st down. Carey moves those chains again, stops the clock. We've got a nail biter here.
I mean, what a drive here. Rickle and this Carey Blue Devil team is putting together. I mean, they went the entire length of the field almost. A minute left. I mean,
they started at the 5-yard line, Zach, and in order to cap this off, they will have gone 95 yards, which is incredible.
This is gotta have it football.
So here we go with 1:06 left in the game. 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line. And Rickle's going deep. He's got a man. Oh, no, he dropped it. Oh, Madamo had his hands on it, unable to bring it in.
And this ball we'll see here on the replay, right in the breadbasket for Madamo. Perfect ball there by Rickles, and
man,
dropped it.
Madamo was able to carry those in earlier in the contest, not able to do it with the game on the line here. 59 seconds. It's 2nd down now.
Yeah, Dom, that's got to hurt. Not an easy play, but one you certainly expect one of these playmakers on your team, one of these guys who's been doing it all year, to make.
They took their shot there. Now they're going to rush it. Niedercore back in the game, and he's going to be drugged down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss. Niedercore, of course, he had to come out after a hard hit. Unable to pick up the yardage here
Clock's
on that
still
one.
ticking, Dom.
40 seconds left in the game. 3rd and 9 from the 18. Rickel rolling to his right. He's got pressure. He throws it up. Incomplete. It's now 4th down for Carey.
We're looking at each other here.
Silence for us. Pandemonium for Colonel Crawford. 4th and 9 from the 18-yard line, and they're going to force the Carey Blue Devils to burn their final timeout of the evening.
Oh, my goodness.
And it's playoff football. The only way I can dream it.
The season, the legacy,
Yeah.
the numbers. Oh, my goodness. It's all on the line here for Carey. Can they make the stop?
Boy. I don't know.
Down. Oh.
You know, Colonel Crawford might be making a call to upset City later on tonight because they have a 21-14 lead over Carey. There are 32 seconds left in tonight's contest and a huge 4th down coming up.
Right, so right now if you're Carey, you want to put Rickel in motion. You want to get him outside the pocket, get him moving where he can really be a threat, maybe run for the 1st down if need be. But if you get him outside the pocket, that allows the receivers to be even more deadly. It takes the eyes off of the receivers if you're a DB to maybe, all right, I got to go get the quarterback now.
All right, here's your season. Rickel looking to pass. Pressure. Tucks it away. He's off. He's hit. Where's he stopped? He's short. Colonel Crawford stopped Carey.
Colonel Crawford, they've just advanced in the playoffs.
Rickel unable to convert for a 1st down, and Colonel Crawford is going to win against Carey, the no longer undefeated Carey team. And if there is no better feeling, it's revenge, but it's also to get that revenge in the playoffs.
Exactly. I mean, is there a better feeling than taking down a rival? Taking down someone who's had your number for years and years, Dom, and sending him home.
Yeah, it feels great. It feels great, and the fans are even telling us how great it feels as there are 23 seconds, and all you need to do is the Eagles, victory formation.
The best play in football, Dom.
Absolutely, and this will do it. Colonel Crawford has upset the undefeated defending state champions on their home field.
What a game here. Colonel Crawford has been absolutely dominant tonight. You can see the emotion on these guys' faces right now. Oh, how much does this win mean?
It's absolutely incredible. It's amazing. David has defeated Goliath, Zach. And no better feeling.
The 1 seed. I mean, these guys have been the standard of football.
The only undefeated team left in the playoffs for this region. And Colonel Crawford is taking care of business with a 21-14 victory over the Carey Blue Devils. We're going to take a short break here, catch our breath, and we're going to come back and celebrate on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Hey, this is Connor Roush, and you are watching high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
Small business owners need somebody that can open the door to financing. And at First National Bank of Sycamore, we love opening the door for financing opportunities.
How are we doing, guys? My name is Joey Krajewski, co-host of the Over Under podcast on Heart of Ohio Sports. Make sure you tune in every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock and every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Thank you, guys.
Like, follow, and subscribe to Heart of Ohio Sports on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter. Hey, this is Dominic Helmstetter, and you are watching high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
Hey guys, this is Aaron Steyer from the Over Under Pod. You catch us every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. and Sundays at 8:30. Come join the fun.
Like, follow, and subscribe to Heart of Ohio Sports on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter.
Want to take your marketing plan to the next level? Let's talk. Shoot us an email at hoosbroadcasting@gmail.com.
Klaus Electric is a veteran and family-owned full-service electrical contracting firm that has grown to be a first-class electrical contractor serving Northwest Ohio. Their mission is to provide high-quality commercial and industrial electrical projects in a timely manner. They do this by forming and training a professional team of employees who are dedicated to their core values, conscious of safe work practices, all while forming long-term relationships with their customers. Visit their website for more information at klauselectric.com.
Stay right here. You're locked in on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Anyone?
Here, great atmosphere you had all game long. Can you just explain to me what's going through your head right now?
It's great to come out with this win. It was a lot of preparation and losing in the preseason. That was a hard one to take. And coming out here tonight to win over the Carey Blue Devils at Carey, which is a hard environment to play at, it feels great, sir.
Yes. So we have Dominic up here, and he will be asking you a few more questions. All right. So can you just explain to me what your game planning was coming into tonight and how you were successful into defeating Carey here?
Carey, all around, they have an amazing offense, running and throwing the ball, and their defense is very stout. But at the end of the day, you just got to be able to score on their defense because it's unbelievable how good they are and talented all the way around, all sides of the football. So we had to prepare for every outcome possible.
Now, can you explain to me what was it going into halftime, knowing you guys had a lead and you were getting the ball first, and how your preparation was going into the second half?
Carey, for sure, is the second half football team, so we knew that they were going to come out harder than they did at the beginning of the game, and we knew we had to come out and score because if not, it was going to sneak up and bite us.
All right, last thing, turnovers seemed well for you guys. You executed, and really all around towards the end of the game, you got done what you needed to get done. You have any last thoughts?
No, sir.
Congratulations. Go celebrate.
Thank you.
There you have it, Matt Clenard, our player of the game. Welcome to our post-game show brought to you by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. What a football game here for Week 12 of the OHSAA High School Playoffs, Zach. A 21-14 victory. Colonel Crawford takes down the undefeated Carey Blue Devils in Carey, Ohio.
Man, what a game indeed. I mean, this had it all. Offensive highlights, defensive highlights.
Man.
A great storyline to where, one of the most dominant teams in the country. Well,
in the area, no question.
Area, definitely in this division of football, in this level. 2 years, no losses, blowout every single person you play. All comes to an end tonight. 14-21 is your final.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
What an amazing football game. An incredible evening. Beautiful here in Carey, Ohio. Obviously, it's the Eagles that are feeling pretty darn good after coming in here and getting a little revenge against a team that had beat them earlier in the season 7-3. And we were here the whole way through, walking you through all of this action. So let's take a quick look. How did we get to this point here? And really, defense was a huge key to tonight's game because guess what? That's how the game started here. Colonel Crawford, they pick off the Blue Devils, and then they're able to cash in and score a touchdown off of that. And then Carey comes back. They force a fumble and then scoop and score off of that. So back and forth right there. But it's Colonel Crawford right before halftime. They're able to cash in another touchdown, pitch and catch. Vogt gets the vote as he picks up a huge touchdown catch. So it's 14-7 at halftime. Colonel Crawford comes back. They're stopped. Carey gets it. They march down the field. They put up another TD, 14-all. And then it was Colonel Crawford who was able to capitalize on some good field position because they forced a punt, capitalize on some good field position, and punch it in for a score. And Carey, they went, 90 yards? But just could not finish the deal because they needed to go 95 yards in order to tie the game.
And what a last drive that was. Just chunk plays, chipping away. They use all the time, and you played it perfectly to put yourself in a position to tie that game up. But just come up short right there at the end, Rickle.
Yep.
And they taste their first defeat for the first time in 2 years, though.
They have not lost a game in 26 consecutive contests. This is new for them. All right, there's literally some kid on that football team right now that has never lost a football game in their life.
not just some kid, a handful of them,
Yeah.
a lot of them, half of them.
All right, so we're looking around here, and Colonel Crawford, they are all on the field here, and they have flooded it. They're celebrating, enjoying the moment, and why not? You just had a huge playoff victory. So looking ahead here, and the next game for them will be on November 12th. All right, in Colonel Crawford, they're going to have a matchup against one of two teams, West Salem Northwestern or Columbus Grove. Columbus Grove, the 5th seeded team, very, very tough. People are familiar with them, but the West Salem Northwestern, 4th ranked. So again, tough teams. You're moving further into the playoffs. It's going to be tough, but they're going to be playing one of those two teams.
Exactly, and this Carey loss shakes up the entire bracket. I mean, Carey was far and away the favorites going into this,
yeah.
and even this game it was tough, but as we get our stats here from Connor Roush.
And Connor pulling it up here. Right now, Columbus Grove in the 4th quarter has a 34-22 lead over Northwestern. So it could be Columbus Grove and Colonel Crawford
what a game
in a
that
week.
Would be.
Absolutely.
That would be an insane game. Columbus Grove, of course, known for their offense, their high-powered offense.
Yeah.
And, oh, boy, after the defensive showing that we've seen here tonight, it is sure to be a fun one next week.
No doubt. Absolutely no doubt.
Excuse me. Columbian right now, we can kind of check out our
let's check
stream.
out that dual stream.
Not much here on our side, but Columbian down 20-32 on the 4th quarter.
6 minutes left.
To go, but
Wow.
driving. 20-yard line. So go tune into that game right now. And Nate and Tommy on the call over
Absolutely. 6 minutes of intense playoff football left in Tiffin, Ohio here. Connor, I mean, what'd you think of tonight's game? Absolutely bonkers.
This was everything I expected. I mean, going into this game, knowing what the matchup was going to be after last Friday, I knew it was going to be a barn burner. I knew it was going to be a heavy matchup with how two conference teams that just go head-to-head all the time, and how the regular season was 7-3, and then we get 21-14. Colonel Crawford in Carey, too, snapping that 26-game winning streak in the playoffs. I mean, it's just the atmosphere is unbelievable.
And like we said earlier, you could just see right behind Connor on our camera, it's just you have all of the
Colonel
crowd.
Crawford took over Carey.
They have. You've got the whole crowd, the team. They're still out on the field, and they're enjoying a very, very sweet victory here in Carey, Ohio. All right, gentlemen, last words, last thoughts on a huge playoff victory for the Eagles.
I mean, stick with us next week. We're definitely going to cover, one of these local teams in the area. So we're excited to see what's going forward, and huge win tonight for the Eagles.
I'd like to thank Dr. Joel Consuelo for your continued support here during the playoffs, as well as Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, ex-Carey Mexican Restaurant, and all of our sponsors, Klaus Electric, UIS Insurance, First National Bank of Sycamore, MST Sauce Company, Phillips Electric, Rogers Flowers, Fiesel's Frame and Collision, Benchwarmers, and Happy Days Nutrition. Thank you for supporting Heart of Ohio Sports. Thank you for watching us tonight. For Connor Roush, for Zach Dillon, I'm Dominic Helmstetter. Colonel Crawford, a huge 21-14 victory in the playoffs here from Carey, Ohio. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next week.